Hey everyone, Chef Ben here from Giant Eagle, and today we're continuing our fall video series with a special guest.
Minkah Fitzpatrick with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Today we're going to be making a loaded pierogi casserole. So Minkah, this is your second year in Pittsburgh?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever had pierogies?
Nope.
So pierogi is a very classic Pittsburgh dish. You find them at most tailgating events. So we're going to make a dish that's great for home gating this year. It's quick, it's easy, and you can make it ahead of time. So let's get started. So we're going to start with 3 cups of mashed potatoes.
Yep.
And to that, every good pierogi has a good filling.
Yeah.
Usually it's potatoes, onions, or cheese. So we're going to add cheddar cheese. So if you can grab that cheddar cheese and throw it in that bowl for me, please. And then to that, we're also going to add some sour cream. And then we are going to mash that together. And this is a classic potato masher. If you don't have one of these, you can use a fork, so if you don't mind. So while Minkah is squashing the potatoes, we're going to spray a 9x9 baking pan with some nonstick spray. That is perfect, sir. Just enough to mix it where you got the sour cream and the cheese all together. All right, and if you can, we're going to scoop about half of this potato, about 1.5 cups into the 9x9 pan. And I'll go spread it out as you. Perfect. Yeah, about 2 more of those I think will be enough. So what we're essentially going to make is a lasagna. So we're going to layer this with potatoes. We're going to add a couple other ingredients. So we start with the potatoes as the base. Perfect. And I'm just going to spread this out on the bottom. And now pierogies have the outer pasta, right? So instead of using the pierogies, we're going to add klushki noodles.
Klushki noodles.
So klushki noodles are very popular.
How you spell that?
K-L-U-S-K-I. Klushki.
Okay.
And if you don't have klushki noodles, you can use any kind of pasta. Lasagna noodles actually work really well.
Yeah.
So if you can, grab half of that, just spread it evenly through that casserole dish, please.
Just like that?
Yeah, just like that. Now, if you wanted, you can add these. Add a little butter here, but since we're gonna have a lot of other kind of buttery components, we're not gonna add butter. But I cooked these noodles ahead of time, and they're chilled, and they just have a little bit of olive oil on them.
Gotcha.
So here, perfect. You're making that nice little lasagna kind of layer, and a little bit more. All right, and I'm just gonna smash it down just so that kind of sits nicely in the dish. All right. Now we're gonna load it. We're saying loaded pierogi casserole, so we're gonna add a lot of ingredients. So here we have some cheddar cheese. About 1/2 cup of cheddar cheese. I like to add this on the noodle so when it melts, it kind of sticks together. And no pierogi is complete without caramelized onions. Okay. So here we have about 1.5 cups of caramelized onions. And we're gonna evenly just layer that in here too. All right, and then bacon. So we have some crispy smokehouse bacon.
Bacon.
If you don't like bacon or you didn't want anything else, you do not need to add it. This is a very customizable recipe, so you can kind of change it out exactly how you want it. If you just want better than onions, that's perfect. A Pittsburgh tradition is kielbasa. We love our kielbasa. So here I got some kielbasa. I cut it up, sauteed it in a pan.
What's
nice little cubes.
kielbasa?
Kielbasa is a pork product, has a lot of seasonings. It's kind of like a bratwurst, but a little bit different. Very classic home tailgating food that we see around Pittsburgh. So, all right, now we're gonna add another layer. So we have our first layer. So if you can add about the rest of those mashed potatoes in that same way you did it before with a little dollop here, dollop there. All right, perfect. So I'm gonna just spread this out evenly just like we did the first time, just to cover all those pieces. And then if you can add about a little more of the klushki noodle there too. Yep, please. And we're gonna layer it up. This also, if you wanted to double the recipe, you can do it in a larger pan. Or if you're traveling somewhere, you can do it in an aluminum foil pan and it'll cook up just as nice. You just wanna adjust the ratio slightly. We're gonna finish it off the same way we did. So we're gonna add a little bit of caramelized onions and some more bacon. Some kielbasa. And then we're gonna top it off with a little bit of cheese. Just a little bit. Now, you want to cover this with a little aluminum foil, and you want to bake it at 350 degrees for about an hour. And in the last 10 minutes, you want to pull off the foil so the cheese melts. So let's go pop this in the oven. Now that our pierogi casserole is out of the oven, check that out.
That was good right there, man.
Perfect. So we have that baked off. We're going to plate it up. So I'm going to grab a scoop, just using a pie server here. And if it's done right, it should scoop out just kind of like a nice casserole.
Oh, there you go.
Look at that. All right. So, Minkah, if you could, can you garnish it? We're going to add some crispy fried onions. Just sprinkle a little bit on top for me, please. And then some sliced green onion for a little pop of color. Perfect.
Some veggies in there.
Yeah, little veggies. And then we're going to have a little extra sour cream for that little extra twang.
Yes, sir.
So, we're going to just do a little zigzag there.
Oh.
And here we have our loaded pierogi casserole.
5-star pierogi right there. Visit gianteagle.com
for this and other great home gating recipes.